The health and care worker visa in the UK attracted a lot of attention in the past few years. A lot of people use healthcare assistant jobs with visa sponsorship to move to the UK with their family members, and they settle nicely, growing their careers. But a lot of people also use this same visa route and they move to the UK, and they are looking for the next big opportunity to move out of the UK as quickly as they can. And there are so many reasons that they give about that. Some of them, they go to the UK and they do not have any job, and they are there with their family members, and they are finding it difficult to work even though they have this good visa. Some other people, they move to the UK and discover that that is not exactly what they expected. Maybe it's not the kind of job they were expecting. They thought maybe they will change their visa and start doing another job that they want, and it wasn't the way that they thought it was. And now they are looking for options. They are looking to move to another country. Some of them, if they have options of even going back to their home country, they would do that. But so many people spent a lot of money. I wonder how that happened, but a lot of people spent a lot of money just to be able to get in the train. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the challenges about this healthcare assistant jobs with visa sponsorship, no matter the country that is coming up with this kind of thing, including Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, Canada. The challenges right now, the real challenges right now, not what you see in the social media, and what other options you could be considering as well, especially if you're still in your home country and you're looking to move abroad in 2024 and beyond. I urge you to watch this video to the very end. I believe strongly that you get something that will inspire you, that will really help you in your abroad journey. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. I feel really compelled to make this video because of friends in this family that have been contacting me about, asking me questions about nursing courses stuff. And I decided that since I shared this information about healthcare assistant jobs, especially in the initial stages when I was still in the UK, and I was seeing people who were really moving to the UK with that visa route at the time, and I felt like it was really a good option, and it was a really good option until at some point that people really started doing a lot of things that were not really, interesting. And at that point, I remember I stopped posting, even when I see opportunity, even up till now, I still get messages from companies saying that they are recruiting healthcare assistant jobs. I don't respond to them. I'm not saying they are not genuine or any of those, but the thing is that they might be genuine in the beginning, and when they run out of jobs, they will still be providing such services, in the sense that they will give false hope to people, and they will end up not doing what they say they would do. And the challenges. A lot of countries actually need people to look after their loved ones, both in the hospital, at home, in form of support workers, carers, healthcare assistants. But the truth is that so many of those countries have policies that says that they have to recruit their own people first before they go for foreigners. Okay, they will make sure that they can find those skills in their countries before they go for foreigners. And remember that healthcare assistant job, carers, support worker job, they are actually classified as unskilled levels. Okay, they are unskilled in the sense that you don't need a degree, you don't need, a particular advanced degree for you to be able to get those jobs. So it means that you are not going to be paid as much. And again, is that the regulation is also very low. So what happens is that a lot of competition will come in, and so many companies will now use that opportunity to exploit people, promising you this and that. And because there is no particular regulation, in the sense that if it is for nurses, doctors, they have like regulations, they have like the nursing body, or they have the medical body, okay, that oversees all those things. So they're able to regulate, how many and the kind of people that come in and all of that. So what happened in the case of healthcare assistant jobs with visa sponsorship in the UK is that a lot of companies came into it. Maybe they have like 100, they have a contract with a particular care home or hospital to recruit 100 people, and then they will have a lot of people apply, and they will tell that 600 people to pay so amount of money, usually in millions, and then they already have their 100, and then they are scouting for other hospitals to give them job, and at the end of the day they are not able to. So you now have like 500 people who are stuck and 100 people who are happy. So that was what was, that's what is actually happening. And I feel like so many other countries that will come up with this, unless you get this job directly from the hospital by your own self, researched, making sure you're finding these jobs, which is because of the competition, it's also very challenging to find a job. Not that it's not exist, it doesn't exist or something like that. You can still do this by yourself or your own and try to find a job by yourself, but it's very competitive. But once you are going through agencies or people telling you to pay, so many of those people, when they run out of jobs, maybe because they've already collected money from a lot of people, they are not able to like come up and say, okay, I'll refund you, there are no jobs. Many people don't, they are not just able to have that honesty to do that. A lot of people are not able to have that honesty. So that is the main thing. So no matter the country that comes up with this kind of policy, they want to recruit a lot of healthcare assistant job carers and all of that, just have that at the back of your mind. Let it be like a ringing bell for you. Like, even though this is an amazing opportunity, even though I know a lot of people that have traveled with this opportunity, I'm not going to pay a dime. So you can explore this opportunity, but make sure you don't pay anyone because of the risks involved. No matter how you know that person, I'll give you a story. There, when I was still in the UK, I found a lady who had contracts with hospitals, and he had like how many people that she was recruiting. But what I had noticed is that a lot of people applied to her, even though she has like 300, and she was still getting people's name. That was when I soft pedal. That's when I stopped like posting all these jobs, because I was like, even though they exist, people may easily get, people may easily get into wrong hands because of this kind of jobs. Okay, so that could happen in other countries. So keep that in mind when you see any opportunity at all about healthcare assistant job, support worker job, all these unskilled jobs abroad. Make sure that is either you're getting it directly, or try not to pay anyone. Okay, do not pay anyone for these jobs, because you may not know what you meet. And I believe that it is better you are in your home country and in a difficult position than in any foreign country at all, and you find yourself in a very miserable. The summary of it is that whenever you see any opportunity about healthcare assistant job or anything, no matter the country, it doesn't have to be UK, Ireland, New Zealand, Canada, make sure it's either you're getting that job directly in those hospitals, in those care homes directly, or you don't pay no one. Because those companies, I will not say they are not genuine, but I just described to you what could happen. They might not have the capacity to absorb everyone, but they may be tempted to get or collect fees from everyone who is applying towards them. So if they are not making it free, if they are not making the process free, because what I believe is that when they have that contract, is the duty of the hospital to pay them for every new candidate that they bring, not them charging you money. But if they are charging you at all, just know the risk. The risk is that you may get into that place and you don't find any job, or you may not even see any job at all, and then your money will go that way. A lot of people are in court because of this. So just be guided. I decided to share this in the community because I know a lot of people are interested in this kind of healthcare assistant job with visa sponsorship and all of that. However, the good news is that I have other options that always work, and these options are some, what I have used myself, what people close have used, and what will continue to work years to come. And on my list is finding remote jobs. What I noticed during the healthcare assistant job when I was posted in a lot when I was still in the UK is that a lot of people who approached me for CV reviews, they already have bachelor's degree, they already have extensive experiences in their home countries, but because there are no jobs, maybe in so many African countries, India, Pakistan, some of these countries, they are willing to come into the UK with their own degrees or whatever background they have, and they are willing to do any job at all abroad. So what I can suggest to you, and I'm going to share with you a very important link in the description or anywhere when I'm editing this video, that will help you to find job wherever you are. Before I moved out of my country, Nigeria, I worked remotely, and I know it really helped me a lot during the process in terms of financing my travels and all of that. Okay, so finding remote job from where you are, you can be rating job, data entry job, those are the ones that I know pays a little significantly. And if you are in tech, a lot of people are getting jobs remotely in tech as well. And if you don't have any of those skills, you can actually take courses back home online these days, and you're able to, get experience and get remote jobs wherever you are. And sometimes people are lucky, then they get these remote jobs. Those companies can even sponsor you to now come to whatever country you got that job to even work. And there are a lot of visas as well that are helping people who are working remotely. So if you start working remotely and you earn a certain amount of money, you can apply for digital normal visa. There are so many, more than 30 countries that actually have this visa type, and you can stay up to 1 year in that country, and it's renewable for maybe every 6 months or something like that. So many countries are including this type of visa in their countries, and you can actually leverage that opportunity. When you get to any of those countries, you can decide to now look for a job and see if they will sponsor you for another visa and a lot of that. So the digital normal visa is something that a lot of countries now have. So once you're working online and making certain amount of money, you can explore the digital normal visa. Part 2 on my list is the study route. So do not run away when you hear about this, because a lot of people think, oh, it's very expensive to study abroad. Oh, this is not, oh, I will not be able to travel with my family and all of that. No, if you have been following my recent videos, I shared how you can actually study abroad for free. And that is not no tuition schools that people talk about. Definitely there are schools where you don't need to pay, but as you can see, of course, when something like that happens, it will be very, very competitive. But now there are ways that you can actually eliminate or even reduce the competition and study abroad without selling all your properties back home. And how to do that is, first of all, trying to get admission. And in my video, I talked about how you can get admission even if your school that you want to apply to has application fees, because that's another barrier. There is a way that you can get them to wipe that application fees, and people are using these strategies as I'm telling you, okay? So now you can find a way to find a school that does not require IELTS or all those standardized exam in the first instance, wipe your application fees in the beginning, and how you can get funding in the beginning. And even if all those options do not happen for you and you're able to cross those options, maybe pay application fee, get admission, and your own problem is the school fees, there are companies that are helping international students these days to be able to study abroad. Remember that even people in the United States, in the UK, many of their citizens, they actually study with student loan. But the problem is that they only give this loan to people that live there and their own citizens. Now there are companies that are offering these loans to international students with the same terms. You can pay over 10 years, no collateral, and it is also very, very friendly in terms of how you can repay every month. So a lot of people are leveraging. I can tell you how many, in the past year, people that use this option tripled from the other years, because many people are beginning to know about this. Okay, so your own job in this particular one is to get admission. Get admission. I shared a detailed video on how you can do this, and some people who already booked one-to-one with me that I shared. Somebody already messaged me yesterday and was sharing offers that he's already getting, and I'm really, really happy that people are taking advantage of this. Okay, so again, when some of this happened in the beginning, I know that the people that are successful are people who do it at this time without doubting so much, and then it becomes popular, and then it becomes even hard for people to get it. So this study route is very, very effective, and this one that I talked about works primarily or mostly for people who are going for schools in the US or in Canada. Okay, so the next one on my list is going through the real professional sponsorship jobs, and that is when you talk about for med lab scientists, nurses, medical doctors. So if you are already a professional in your field, my top advice is that do not rush the process, okay? Do not rush the process. Even if it takes you 3 years to get through all the steps, do not be in a rush to run from your country or to just go to any of these countries. The secret here is to be consistent. If you set a goal about getting a job abroad or writing your exams, and follow it consistently. I know nurses who stay back home and it takes them 3 years, 4 years, 5 years to move to the United States. And when I see them in the United States, I feel like they achieved a lot. They stayed in their comfort zone and they did it gradually until they got there. For me, I remember when I moved from the UK to the United States, even though that's a shorter and the faster process and the exposure and everything, I know how stressful it is to move my family from this place to this place to this place. Sometimes I cry. I'm telling you, it can be very stressful. That even when I see people who stayed for 3 years in their home countries and they were able to do all of this, I'm like, oh my God, I wish it wasn't that very expensive for me at that time. I wish I just went straight, go to the country of my choice, stay there and grow, because it's really, really expensive. So my top advice for you, if you're a professional, an engineer, if you're a nurse, if you're a medical doctor, take it gradually. I know that for some profession like nurses, doctors, it's expensive. You have to travel for your exam. So maybe following my own steps, like going to another country, staying there, writing your exam, maybe easy in that instance. But if you have the money to go write the exam and sponsor yourself in the beginning, I feel like it's a more, like it might not be as stressful as I actually thought in the beginning, okay? Because then you are not traveling with your family members, you are going alone, doing all of that, coming back. So those are the things that you have to consider. So there is still the healthcare assistant job with visa sponsorship. It has not ended permanently, but I feel like people should be informed about what's going on over there. Like, it's not all shiny, and then you have other options as well. So whatever skill, whatever thing you have right now, you can go online, develop yourself, work remotely. If moving abroad is your ultimate goal, there is option for you in terms of digital nomad visa. You have the study route, you have the professional way of doing all of this to travel abroad, and these three things that I talked about works all the time. Then you're separating yourself from all the competition, and then you are moving yourself, with more purpose, and you are going where you know that this actually works. So if you have any questions at all about this whole process, if there is something you want me to clarify, if there is something you want me to talk about more, and everything that I've shared here, I know this video might be here and there, but I just thought this is something that will help somebody who is watching this video. So if you want any more details, just let me know in the comment section. You can book one-to-one or one-on-one call with me. I have a free one. I have other ones as well, depending on what you want. Just let me know in the comment section if you want me to make more videos about getting remote jobs, if you want me to make more videos about studying. Let me know in the comment section. I hope you got something from this video. If you have not seen me for the first time, make sure you like, subscribe, share with somebody, and I'll see you in the next video.